This is the Waterdrop X12-Alkaline Mineral pH Plus Reverse Osmosis System, and my first thought was simple. This thing is fast. I turned the faucet on, and the stream felt more like a mini fire hose than a filter tap. A 6-ounce cup fills in a few seconds, which instantly changes how I cook, brew coffee, and refill bottles. No more waiting around. That immediate speed is what grabbed my attention, and it kept surprising me as I lived with it. Key features that stood out to me are the 1200 GPD rating, the tankless design, and the 11-stage filtration with a 0.001 micron RO membrane. If you're new to RO, that membrane is the fine filter that strips out dissolved stuff you can't see, heavy metals, fluoride, PFAS, and more. The X12's membrane is made of multiple layers to push water through while leaving contaminants behind. The tankless setup means it filters on demand instead of filling a storage tank, so it saves a lot of undersink space. In my opinion, that space-saving design matters more than people realize. I actually got a good chunk of cabinet room back. From my experience, taste changed immediately. My tap water has a persistent chlorine note. This system erased it. The Healthy Boost Tech remineralization adds calcium and magnesium back after RO, and that bumps the pH to about 7.5. If remineralization sounds technical, it just means the water won't taste flat like typical RO. It tastes clean, but not empty. Coffee came out smoother, tea had more clarity, and even cold water felt crisp. One quick note: if you use a TDS pen at home, because the alkaline filter adds minerals, your TDS number might tick up a bit. That's normal here, and it doesn't mean the water is dirty. It's just counting the good minerals too. The smart faucet is actually useful. I watched TDS and filter life in real time on the little display, and the quantitative dispense function was more than a gimmick for me. Setting a volume and letting it run frees my hands while I prep food or grab a pan. I did notice the faucet's flow is extremely punchy. I learned to angle smaller cups or pull them away for a split second to avoid splash. It's the price of speed, and I wish the faucet had a softer start. If your kitchen style is traditional, the faucet look might not blend in. I run mostly brass fixtures, and the modern chrome stood out. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something to think about if you care about matching hardware. On paper and in practice, the X12 is efficient. A 3.1 pure-to-drain ratio means you get 3 parts drinking water to 1 part waste. For anyone used to older RO systems that dumped a lot of water, that's a big improvement. I noticed it on my utility bill over time and felt better about daily use. The unit is rated for incoming water up to 1000 ppm TDS and handles cold to warm temperatures typical for home plumbing. It's corded electric because it runs a pump inside, which brings me to setup. Installation wasn't a quick half-hour job for me. I drilled for the dedicated faucet, tapped the drain line, and then had to deal with power. The system needs a constant, unswitched outlet under the sink. My outlet was tied to the garbage disposal switch, so I had to rework that. If you're not handy with plumbing and basic electrical, I'd plan on extra time or hiring help. The hoses are color-coded, and the instructions cover the steps, but it's still a multi-hour project the first go-around. Once it's in, maintenance is easy. Filters twist out and in without tools. The system shuts off water automatically during a swap, and then you run a short flush. The RO filter can last up to 24 months, which is great for the overall cost of ownership. I care a lot about certification, and this unit checked the boxes I look for. It's tested and certified by IAPMO R&T against NSF ANSI 58 for DS reduction and 372 for lead-free materials, and listed against 42 as well. It's also been tested by SGS for contaminants like PFAS, lead, arsenic, chlorine, and fluoride. Those labels give me confidence that the claims aren't just marketing. There's a UV light built in that turns on automatically as water flows, meant to sterilize microorganisms and reduce odor. I'm a little skeptical about how much that does at this speed. UV needs contact time, and the water zips through. In my opinion, it's more of a secondary safety layer than a primary kill step. I'm fine with it being there, but I wouldn't buy the system for the UV alone. On daily use, the pump makes a low hum when running and during auto flush. It's not loud, but it's audible. After a week, the sound faded into the background for me. The faucet itself loosened up once during regular use. I tightened the mount, and it's been stable since, but it did happen. I also ran into one short-term snag trying to find a replacement filter when it was out of stock. That's the sort of thing that can take a great system offline, so I plan to keep spares. As for the readings, I noticed the faucet's TDS number sometimes showed lower than my handheld meter. My guess is that the faucet sensor and the remineralization stage are calibrated a bit differently. The water still tasted great, and lab-backed certifications matter more to me than a single meter reading. I want to address one technical concern I researched before buying: antimony leaching. Independent testing found a small amount of antimony in filtered water from a similar setup, higher than one third-party health guideline, but still below the EPA limit of 6 ppb. Waterdrop says trace amounts can come from RO membrane support materials, and that levels remain under federal standards. In my opinion, this is a know-your-comfort level situation. I'm comfortable with certified results in the EPA line, but I understand if someone wants to follow stricter guidelines. If that's you, consider adding periodic lab testing to verify your specific setup. It's perfect for big households, roommates, or small offices where people are constantly filling bottles and cooking. The 1200 GPD speed means nobody waits, and the 3:1 ratio helps with water use. From my experience, the taste upgrade, the convenience of on-demand flow, and the digital faucet features changed how I use my kitchen every day. If you plan to feed a fridge ice maker, the unit can handle it. I added a small inline pressure tank on that branch to smooth pressure, and it worked well. The main unit itself is compact at roughly 18.2 by 6.25, 16.72 inches, so it sits cleanly under the sink without hogging space. I'd recommend this for anyone who wants fast RO water with better taste and is willing to put in the effort on installation. If you want a slow, silent trickle and a classic faucet look, this isn't it. If you're in a rental where drilling isn't allowed, think twice. For homeowners who value speed, space savings, and easy maintenance, this checks a lot of boxes. In conclusion, the Waterdrop X12-Alkaline Mineral pH+ Reverse Osmosis System delivers on the big promises that matter day to day: speed, taste, and convenience. The certifications give me peace of mind, the remineralization makes water more enjoyable, and the faucet's quantitative dispense is something I didn't know I needed until I had it. The trade-offs are real. Installation can be a project, the initial jet of water is intense, the look may not match every kitchen, and there's that antimony discussion to evaluate for yourself. But the overall experience of having clean, great-tasting water on tap, instantly, made a noticeable difference in my routine. I will update specific information about the Waterdrop X12-Alkaline Mineral pH+ Reverse Osmosis System in the comments. Don't forget to catch my next video.